Have you ever wondered why trusting someone feels harder than solving a Rubik's Cube blindfolded? Like your heart is basically saying, access denied, please try again later, or never. Today we're talking about something almost everyone struggles with, but barely anyone talks about openly. The real reason you can't trust easily. And trust me, it's not because you're cold, emotionless, or too guarded. There's real psychology behind it. Let's break it down, gently, honestly, and with a little humor to keep you sane. Number 1, you've trusted the wrong people before and paid the price. Let's be real, trust issues don't appear out of thin air. They're built from stories, experiences, betrayals, disappointments. Maybe someone said, "I'd never hurt you," and then hurt you in ways you didn't even know were possible. Maybe someone promised stability and gave you chaos, promised honesty but gave you lies, promised forever but left when things got hard. Trust becomes difficult when your past teaches you a painful lesson. Not everyone who smiles has good intentions. Your heart remembers. Your mind remembers. Your nervous system definitely remembers. And now you hesitate before handing anyone access to your softer side. Number 2, you don't want to get hurt the same way again. This is the simplest truth. You aren't avoiding trust, you're avoiding pain. You know how it feels to be disappointed, betrayed, ignored, or abandoned. And your heart is basically like, never again. Let's prevent trauma at all costs. So you build emotional walls. Not because you hate people, but because you love yourself enough to protect your peace. Number 3, you observe people before opening up. You don't trust instantly because you're not impulsive with your emotions. You watch how they talk, how they react under stress, how they treat others, how consistent they are, if their actions match their words, if they show up when it matters. You study people like it's a full-time job. You're not trust issues, you're trust with wisdom. You trust slowly, but correctly. Number 4, your brain remembers patterns, even the painful ones. When someone breaks your trust, your brain records it like a digital file. Betrayal, lies, manipulation, inconsistency, emotional neglect. Later, when someone new shows even a tiny red flag, your mind hits play and those memories replay instantly. It's not overreacting, it's your brain protecting you. Your past experiences shape your instincts, and your instincts say, careful, this feels familiar. Number 5, you're afraid of being vulnerable. Trust requires vulnerability, and vulnerability is scary because it means opening up, being honest, sharing your fears, showing your flaws, letting someone inside your emotional world. For someone who's been hurt, vulnerability doesn't feel safe. It feels dangerous. It feels like giving someone a map to the weakest parts of your heart. No wonder you hesitate. Number 6, you've learned to rely on yourself. When you've spent years depending on your own strength, trusting someone else feels uncomfortable. You're used to being your own support system, your own healer, your own problem solver, your own emotional home. You became strong because life forced you to, so letting someone else in feels unnecessary and risky. Self-reliance is beautiful, but it can also make trust feel like foreign territory. Number 7, consistency is rare, and you know it. People are good in the beginning, sweet in the beginning, attentive in the beginning, but then comes reality. Consistency requires effort, and not everyone puts in effort. You've seen people change after a few weeks. You've seen people lose interest. You've seen people switch up once the honeymoon phase ends. So your heart learned a simple rule. Let's wait and see. If they stay consistent, we'll trust. If they don't, we won't. Makes perfect sense. Number 8, you don't trust easily because you feel deeply. This is the part people misunderstand. Emotionally deep people trust slowly not because they love less, but because they love too intensely. You know that if you trust someone, you'll give your whole heart, and that makes the risk even scarier. Shallow connections are easy. Real ones are risky. Your trust is valuable, and you don't give it cheaply. Number 9, you've outgrown superficial people. You don't have patience for mixed signals, fake affection, temporary people, empty words, unreliable behavior. You crave authenticity, depth, consistency, emotional intelligence, genuine connection. And since those are rare, your trust naturally becomes selective, which is a good thing. So what's the real reason you can't trust easily? Because you've learned the hard way that trust is expensive. Because your heart has experienced pain that changed the way it opens. Because you're more careful, more aware, more emotionally intelligent now. Because you refuse to repeat old patterns. Because you value yourself enough to protect your peace. Because your trust is not broken, it's just earned, not given freely. People like you don't trust easily, but when you finally do, you're loyal, you're honest, you're supportive, you're real, you're all in. And that's exactly why your trust should be protected, not rushed. Thanks for watching. And if this resonated with you, you're not alone. Your heart isn't hard, it's just wise.